The Gulf of Mexico, a body of water often associated with tranquility and warm breezes, is today a cauldron of churning energy. Tropical Storm Francine, a recent arrival on the weather stage, is rapidly gaining strength as it draws heat and moisture from the warm Gulf waters. All eyes are on this burgeoning storm, particularly those in coastal communities from Texas to Florida. New Orleans, still bearing the scars of past hurricanes, watches with a particular anxiety. Francine's emergence is a stark reminder of the capricious nature of the hurricane season. It is a season that demands respect, preparation, and a vigilant eye on the ever-changing forecasts. The Gulf Coast is a region intimately familiar with the destructive power of tropical systems, and Francine's presence has ignited a flurry of activity as residents and officials prepare for the storm's potential impact. This is not a time for panic, but for informed action. As Francine churns closer, it is imperative that residents understand the storm's potential, heed the warnings of local officials, and take the necessary steps to ensure their safety and that of their loved ones. The coming days will be critical, and the resilience of the Gulf Coast will once again be tested. As of this morning, Tropical Storm Francine is packing sustained winds of wind speed miles per hour, with gusts exceeding that. The storm's current location is current location. While still classified as a tropical storm, Francine is exhibiting the hallmarks of further intensification. The warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico provide ample fuel for the storm, and forecasters are concerned that Francine could reach hurricane strength before making landfall. The storm's trajectory is currently projected to take it projected path. However, it is crucial to remember that tropical systems are notoriously fickle. Slight shifts in atmospheric conditions can significantly alter a storm's path, and the cone of uncertainty widens the farther out the projections extend. While wind speed is a significant concern, the potential for torrential rainfall is equally alarming. Tropical storms are notorious for dumping massive amounts of rain in short periods, leading to widespread flooding. Francine is no exception, and rainfall totals of expected rainfall are possible along the storm's path. This level of rainfall can overwhelm drainage systems, inundate low-lying areas, and make travel extremely dangerous. The National Hurricane Center, NHC, is closely monitoring Tropical Storm Francine, using sophisticated computer models and real-time data to project the storm's path and intensity. These models take into account various factors, including atmospheric pressure, wind shear, and the temperature of the ocean water. While these models provide valuable guidance, it is essential to remember that they are not infallible. The latest projections from the NHC show a range of possible tracks for Francine. The storm could make landfall anywhere along the Gulf Coast from potential landfall locations, with the most likely scenario currently being most likely scenario. It is crucial to emphasize that this is just a snapshot in time, and the situation is fluid. The storm's actual path could deviate significantly from these projections. The cone of uncertainty, which represents the margin of error in the storm's projected track, widens as the forecast extends further into the future. This highlights the inherent difficulty in predicting the exact path of a tropical system. Residents within the cone of uncertainty, and even those outside of it, should remain vigilant and prepared for the possibility of impacts from Francine. Section 4. Bracing for Impact. New Orleans on high alert. The city of New Orleans, with its unique geography and history of hurricane impacts, is on high alert as Tropical Storm Francine churns in the Gulf of Mexico. The city's low-lying elevation, proximity to Lake Pontchartrain, and extensive levee system make it particularly vulnerable to storm surge and flooding. City officials are closely monitoring the storm's progress and coordinating with state and federal agencies to ensure a coordinated response. Evacuation orders may be issued if the storm's projected path poses a direct threat to the city. Residents are urged to familiarize themselves with evacuation routes, prepare emergency kits, and secure their homes and businesses. The memories of Hurricane Katrina, which devastated New Orleans in 2005, are still fresh in the minds of many residents. The storm surge from Katrina overwhelmed the city's levee system, leading to catastrophic flooding and widespread destruction. While significant improvements have been made to the city's flood protection infrastructure since Katrina, the threat posed by a major hurricane remains a serious concern. Section 5. Preparing for the deluge. A community guide to safety. As Tropical Storm Francine bears down on the Gulf Coast, it is imperative that residents take proactive steps to ensure their safety and preparedness. This includes assembling an emergency kit, securing homes and businesses, and staying informed about the storm's progress. An emergency kit should include essential supplies to last for at least 72 hours. This includes water, non-perishable food, a first aid kit, a battery-powered radio, flashlights, extra batteries, and any necessary medications. It is also a good idea to have cash on hand, as ATMs and credit card readers may be unavailable during a power outage. Securing your home or business involves bringing loose objects indoors, trimming trees and branches that could become projectiles in high winds, and covering windows with hurricane shutters or plywood. If you live in a flood-prone area, consider elevating valuable belongings or moving them to a higher floor. Staying informed is crucial during a hurricane threat. Monitor local news, weather reports, and official alerts from the National Hurricane Center. Familiarize yourself with evacuation routes and heed any evacuation orders issued by local authorities. Section 6. Staying ahead of the storm. Resources and ongoing updates. In the face of a potential natural disaster like Tropical Storm Francine, knowledge is power. Staying informed and connected to reliable sources of information is paramount to ensuring your safety and the well-being of your loved ones. Your primary resource for up-to-the-minute information on Tropical Storm Francine is the National Hurricane Center, or NHC. Their website provides a wealth of data, including the storm's current location, projected path, wind speed, and potential impacts. Local news outlets are also invaluable resources for hyperlocal information, such as evacuation orders, shelter locations, and road closures. Be sure to tune into your local news stations or visit their websites for the latest updates. Social media can also be a valuable tool for staying informed. Follow your local emergency management agency, the National Weather Service, and reputable news organizations for real-time updates and important announcements. However, exercise caution and verify any information you see on social media with official sources before sharing it. Remember, preparedness is key. By staying informed, taking necessary precautions, and supporting your community, we can weather this storm together.